Welcome back to the channel. In the last video, we pulled the knotter brake apart on the small square baler. Since then, we got the new brake pads ordered, picked them up. So we're gonna get those back together today and get that adjusted. I believe I showed you the old brake pads in the previous video. They're worn down pretty low. Get closer, you can see they were getting into the rivets. So I got the new ones here. There's a right and a left. This one I believe is the left. 791787. And then the right one, 791788. These are from the new Holland dealer. Here's the new pads. There's really not, I don't know if you can get in there and see. There's really not a lot of wear material on these before you get down to the rivets, and especially on this one. So I'm sure you're not supposed to run them like this, where you're actually down into the rivet, but they look like brass rivets, so it does not appear that the rivets have damaged the brake disc in any way. But I know these are worn enough that you couldn't adjust them anymore. Let me set the camera up here and I'll show you what I mean by that. So with the old pads, you were clamped tight. The bottom here was clamped tight and it was pulling together, and you just couldn't get, even if you tightened up the bolts with the springs on them, you just couldn't get enough tension up here to really change the drag or the application of the brake. I tightened them up some and it still was, like I said, it wasn't really bad. It wasn't slipping to the point where I think in the field it would engage the needle safety latch, but it was starting to be loose enough that I was worried about it. All right, first thing we did was we just got some brake cleaner, shop towel here. And I just wiped the this brake disc down really well. You can see the wear surface, obviously. Wiped that down good, got a little bit past that. Just make sure there's no grease or anything in the way. And now we're gonna get some emery cloth and we're gonna roughen that up just a little bit. I do have a little bit of, I'm not sure if you can see a little bit of play in this. I'm not sure if that's normal. So leave a comment below if that's something I need to tear down farther and check, or if that's pretty normal for that. But I'm just gonna go around. You can see already just barely touching this, it's shining it up quite nice. So we're gonna go around, get this cleaned up good, and then we'll hit it with brake cleaner one more time to get any dust, dirt, junk off of it. And then I'll get the camera back on, we'll get to reassembling. We hit it with the emery cloth, then went back over just now with brake cleaner. I think it came out pretty good. Wasn't really a lot of wear on this disc. I'm guessing this disc doesn't wear badly, but seems like it came out pretty good. And then I did see, as I was going through cleaning, I mentioned that little bit of play in it. There's a bolt right here with a lock washer that was finger tight. I was able to loosen it up just easily by hand, so I'm gonna grab, I don't think I have the right wrench here. Let's see if this, nope, it's 1/2 inch. That's one I don't have here. I do have an adjustable wrench, so we'll use that this time. There's no telling how long this has been this loose. This is the first time I've ever been into this knotter brake, and I'm sure it's been many years since anybody has been into this knotter brake. So it's hard to say how long this has been. Okay, nice and tight now, that's good. Took these mounting studs, just hit them with a wire brush around these nuts here, just got them cleaned up so everything moved freely. Sorry about the camera placement. There's just not many good spots to set the camera here. Okay, the left side brake pad, or the inner brake pad, slides on these studs. When I was taking this apart, I didn't realize they were studs. They were so dirty, it was hard to see. It would have been easier to disassemble had I known that. So I have the needle arm kind of pushed forward here. Gives me some clearance to get all this in. Then you have your right side or outer brake pad. Again, this the arm here for the needles, you just kind of got to move it around as needed. Now it'll all just kind of hang there while you get the nuts started on the other side of these studs. Apologize for the cricket in the background. You see the pads are still loose. They just float on these studs, and then the bolts and springs are what actually tension them up. Get those put in though. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, the back bolt. It's a little shinier and a little bit longer. When I was messing around with this previously, when I first discovered this brake was a little loose, I tried to take this apart just to take a look at the springs themselves, and this back bolt broke off when I was loosening it up. The nut was pretty much seized to the bolt. So that's why that bolt in the back now is a different color and it's a little longer. It's just one I had on hand. I did not buy a new one. I forget now what New Holland wanted for that bolt, but to get one that was about an 1/8 inch shorter, I wasn't gonna pay. I think they were $10 or something, I forget, but more than I was willing to pay for a small bolt. We're going to run it like that for now. The manual does not give a lot of information on like a torque value for those or any details on how tight to make these bolts with the springs. So all I'm looking for here is I'm just grabbing the rod that attaches to the needles. I'm just making sure it takes a pretty good effort to move it. What you don't want is to hit a bump or something in the field or something that'll let these needles start to move or have this brake not hold, and then your needles start to move and your needle safety latch comes in. I'll move the camera over there and show you what that would look like. Sorry about all the dirt. I've been cleaning some old grease off and stuff. Haven't knocked all this out of here yet, but so this is your needle safety latch. It's connected to the, if you look here, it has linkage connected over to the needle arm. So get you set up here. I'll go over and I'll trip that brake or the needle arm just slightly like I was doing to get the bolts in. And if you watch this latch, then it'll come in. Okay, I'm about to trip it. So I just moved it that little bit just like we had been. And you can see how the safety latch went in here, and what that would do is the plunger would come back and it would hit this and shear the shear bolt as opposed to breaking your needles. I think that's all there's going to be for today. Running out of time here.
hope that was helpful for someone. I've never been into the knotter brake myself, so that was interesting to see just how that kind of came together. But hope that was helpful. Someone needs to replace their brake pads at some point. There's still a couple little odds and ends I'd like to do this baler. I want to tighten up the knife clearance a little bit. It's not bad, but I can shim that out a little more. Tighten that up, and then I'm just going to go through the book one more time, make sure there's no other things I'm missing, but get this ready for second cutting. I'll probably do another video on hay and corn and just kind of crops in general. We've had a long stretch of very dry weather, so I'll probably do another video going through that, but hopefully there will be a second cutting. But I hope everyone enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe button. We really appreciate that, and we'll see you on the next video.